Hey baby loves, today I'm coming at you with an initial review video on my Mongolian kinky curly hair from Treasure Collections. I received 3 bundles of 16-inch kinky curly hair from Treasure Collections. My cousin is a part of their street team, and she was given a wig that didn't really match her style, and I really loved the hair, so she just gave it to me, and I told her I would do a review on it. Just to kind of get the company out there a little bit more. So yeah, I received 3 bundles of 16-inch hair, and I have layered the mess out of this hair just to kind of get the shape that I want, but I did retain most of the length in the back. So this is where the hair stops on me while it's curly, and then if I grab one of the curls and lengthen it, it comes to about bra strap length. But while it's curly, it is about at the top of my back, a little bit farther than it actually. But yeah, so let's see. To tell you a little bit about how my U-part is constructed, I have this hair installed on one of the mesh weaving caps from Sally's Beauty Supply store, and I use nylon thread. I no longer use the weaving thread because it was starting to break and unravel on me a whole lot, so now I have started using nylon thread. And I just did a basic U-part construction where you do back and forth all the way around, and then I left out I basically sewed the tracks together. So to make my little V, all I did was cut right down the center of the last 2 tracks. I did not have to cut away any of the cap because I didn't leave any out. I didn't leave any space on my cap so that I would have very, very minimal leave out. Just because this hair is so kinky curly, I didn't want to have to deal with a lot of my hair and trying to blend it with this weave. So yeah. So my initial co-wash, I co-washed this hair with the Dove Intensive Repair Conditioner, and then I went ahead and detangled it with a wide tooth comb. And I did get a nice amount of shedding from that, but I kind of expected that because my cousin had been had the hair out just kind of laying around the house. She hadn't really, conditioned it or anything like that. And my wefts were sealed prior to me receiving the hair. The owner of Treasure Collections actually seals your wefts before she sends them to you, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I received this hair and I went ahead and co-washed it and detangled it, and then I actually just let it sit out and air dry, and it took about 3 days for this hair to air dry completely. So yeah, that was a really long time. So I would recommend that you get a diffuser to kind of dry this hair. And then the day after I co-washed the hair, I went ahead and constructed the U-part, and then I dyed it. I used a Soft Sheen & Carson hair dye in Midnight Blue, and then I used L'Oreal High Color highlights in magenta to add some peekaboo highlights, which I'm going to try to show you now so that you can see how this hair took the dye. So yeah, it took the magenta pretty well, and then on the other side it took it well as well. Let's see if I can kind of get that. So yeah, the magenta did show up pretty well, and all I did was use the L'Oreal High Color highlights and a 30 volume developer. I did process this hair twice. So the first time I processed it, I used 20 volume, and then after that, the second time I used 30 volume. So that is what I did. The hair took the dye and took the L'Oreal High Color highlights and the Soft Sheen & Carson very well. And all I did was rinse that out, and it didn't leave the hair crunchy or anything like that. After I dyed the hair, then I went ahead and deep conditioned it with the Neutrogena Triple Moisture Deep Recovery Mask, which is this right here. And I left it on for about 5 minutes, and then I rinsed it out in cold water. And it actually made the curls even more pretty. The Dove really defined the curls, but when I used the Neutrogena, it defined the curls even more and made the hair even more soft. So yeah, it was like butter. I loved it. And then after the hair dried, just to kind of maintain the moisture on like a daily basis, I have been spraying it with the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, and it's called the Strength and Shine leave-in conditioner, and it has argan oil in it. It smells really good, and I just kind of take it and spray it all over my hair, not to saturate it, but just to kind of dampen it a little bit. And I kind of lift every so often and spray in between, just to, like I said, maintain some of the moisture in the hair. I have not co-washed the hair again since I have installed it. This is a removable U-part wig. So I installed these little combs. I took one of these and cut it into about 4 pieces and placed, well, 5 pieces. I placed one on each side of my part, one on each of my temples, and then one at the back of my U-part wig. And that kind of holds the hair securely on my head. I don't really have to worry about it coming off or anything like that. So at night, all I do is take the wig off and place it on my mannequin head, and when I wake up in the morning, I put the wig back on. So yeah, I haven't had to co-wash the hair or anything, and as you can see, the curls are still really defined. I'm sorry, I keep having to like focus, but the curls are still really, really defined, and they still look really nice. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and co-wash the hair at the 1 week mark, unless it gets to a point where it's like starts tangling or anything like that. Shedding has been pretty low. It's not minimal, but it's not a whole lot of shedding. It did shed a lot when I did my initial co-wash, but since then the shedding has cut down, and it doesn't shed for me just like running my fingers through it. Like, I don't get any strands from doing this. But, okay, I lied. I got one strand. Or did I get 2? I got 2 strands from doing that. But, and I don't think I can even show you. Is it showing? Yeah, those little 2 strands. But, yeah, it's not like shedding like a dog or anything like that. And then, when I finger detangle it, every now and then it doesn't shed a whole lot. So I would say shedding is minimal to like low, yeah, on the lower side of the scale of shedding. And the entangling is low as well. It does get snags every now and then like that, but all you have to do is like work your finger right through it and it comes right out. I'm not having a problem with matting or anything like that. So I have given this hair an 8.5 on my scale from 1 to 10. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 9 is because of the shedding that I initially got. But, yeah, so far from what I've heard about Treasure Collections, they have a really good customer service, and the owner is very hardworking, and she seals and conditions. She conditions your hair before you get it. You know, like, your hair is going to be in good shape once you get it. So yeah, I give this hair an 8.5. If you have any more questions about this hair before my 2-week update, then go ahead and leave them below or inbox me, and I will let you know, answer those questions or let you know what else I think about the hair. So I will see you all in 2 weeks to give you another update on this hair. Yeah, so look out for that video. I'll see you soon.